Hello everyone and welcome back to Blockbuster Reviews. This is your favorite place for the coolest reviews of the hottest things. The book we're going to be reviewing today is called Man's Search for Meaning, and it is a true story of an Austrian Jew who was captured by Nazis and taken to the concentration camps in Auschwitz. The book has lived on amongst us for 80 years and has inspired people for that long. Let's take a look at the book, shall we? So the book we're going to be reviewing today is called Man's Search for Meaning. The author of the book is Viktor Frankl. The book was published in 1946, and the book has sold 16 million copies and has been translated into 52 languages. What some people don't know is that there are two types of self-help books. There are those from the modern age. Those are the ones we're interested in because they're not of original thought. The second type of self-help books are the original classics. These deliver us much more value. Books such as Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, or The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, and the book we're reviewing today, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. The book is divided into two parts, the events in the author's life and how the events led him to create a philosophy called logotherapy. So sequentially, the first part of the book deals with the events of the author's life, and the second part deals with the philosophy called logotherapy. Let's take a look at both, shall we? The events refers to what happens in the author's life. There are four main events that mark the author's life. The first is that on the eve of World War II, the Austrian embassy in the US offers a visa to Viktor Frankl, but he refuses, saying that he needs to stay home to take care of his parents. The second is that being a Jew, he gets captured and sent to the Nazi concentration camp at Auschwitz. This is the year 1944. The third event is the camp stories, which is the horrors Viktor Frankl comes across at Auschwitz. The fourth is that he's released by American soldiers who come to free the prisoners. Among these camp stories have a special emphasis on three stories in particular. The first is that the diet they were given as prisoners, which included half a bowl of soup and a loaf of bread in the whole day. The second was smoking. Any form of pleasure was prohibited to the extent that if anyone was caught smoking, it was an indication that they were ready to face their death. The third was frostbite. Prisoners were made to do hard labor in the cold, which resulted in them having fatal frostbites. After these events, we come to the second part of the book, which is the philosophy of logotherapy. Logotherapy was the outcome of the events at the camp. It's a philosophy that means you must have a purpose to live. Logotherapy is different from conventional psychology offered by psychologists like Sigmund Freud and Alfred Adler. The difference between these three philosophers is that Frankl says that your primary motivator in life should be to find meaning, whereas Adler feels the primary motivator is the will to increase one's power in life, and Freud believes that the primary motivator is seeking pleasure for oneself. So in a nutshell, the book is absolutely fabulous. I highly recommend reading this book. There are a lot of lessons to be learned from the book, especially on the philosophy of logotherapy that tells us that we should look into the future rather than looking into the past. I do agree that logotherapy does not replace or eliminate the need for traditional methods of analyzing people through psychology, but logotherapy definitely does have its own value. And the book is very inspiring. It's very uplifting. It's a small book to read. You can easily read it in a day or two, and it will stay with you forever, guaranteed. So, see you next time. Thank you very much.